as well?
So tan.
Really?
Yeah, I'm so good.
Like this or like more straight?
I think like, can you turn the other way a little bit?
This way?
Yeah.
This way? Like that?
Sorry, other way.
Okay.
Thank you. Like, yeah, that's perfect. Like, I would go to the left a tiny bit. Perfect. Thank you.
Okay, you know it's gonna be not in the center.
Yeah.
Like that, right?
I wanted it like towards the left.
Towards left.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Show me again.
Yeah, I think that's good. Thank you.
And that ends up being pretty centered. Is that good?
Yeah.
I always figure it's better if it's either centered or it looks like it's intentionally
Yeah.
off-centered. Like you don't want it to be halfway in between, right?
Yeah, I think it looks good.
I think this should be good. That works.
So now do you think you're gonna do the turtle?
Yeah, this one.
Or the seagull?
Yeah, that'd be kind of something cool to do.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah, it was a good call with the seagulls.
Wouldn't that be so cool, right? Also, Dad, you know why that's cool? Because like it's like beachy, and then you got that in California.
Sure.
So Okay, so let's. What?
Ready?
Yeah. I need that. That's me, Dad. Bye. Yeah. I like it the way it is. Alright, love you, Mom. Bye. Did you get breakfast?
No.
Did you eat today?
Huh?
Did you eat today?
I had a little bit of a leftover.
Oh,
Little
yeah.
chicken. I ate it at like 4 o'clock.
Lunch? Were you looking at the colors?
I'm sorry?
Were you looking at the colors?
Just looking. Like the label on it. I don't know. Just wanted to get up for a second.
but they're slightly different.
Yeah.
Especially you have a more narrow wrist, so it makes sense.
I got pretty tiny wrist for a guy.
Still probably a little bigger than that than hers, right? But we got to do yours a little bigger.
What's the hardest tattoo you've ever done?
Oh. Hardest tattoo of it. I mean, probably my hardest tattoos. I don't know. Everything comes with its own challenges. I don't really have one. I mean, the first thing I think of when you say that is like, what were the hardest parts for me to tattoo on myself?
Yeah.
You know? Like, I don't even think about other tattoos because it's just a job, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I started thinking, well, like, you know, tattooing my shin was pretty rough. Like, tattooing the back of, like, my leg was really hard because I had to be like this. And I found out the hard way I could only be like that for like a minute at a time, and I would have to stretch back this way.
That sounds hard.
And I keep doing that because otherwise I was going to get cramped and stuck there. So that was really tricky. With one hand on the inner wrist, this area over here was very tricky because I had to basically have it in the air.
Yeah, that sounds hard.
And I found the inside of the wrist to be pretty tender compared to other parts. You know. So that's kind of stuff that comes to mind, you know?
Do you do all your own?
If I can, you know, if I can reach it, I try. I mean, that's really kind of why I started tattooing, so I could tattoo myself. Because I was an artist, and when I started getting tattoos, I was like, oh, cool, if I can learn how to do it, I can just wear my own art, you know?
Are you going to do a thing color?
What?
If you do your arm?
Probably, yeah.
I'm a little tired too. Not bad.
Tattooing the palm of somebody's hand the first time was tough.
Sounds like awkward. Do those last for a long time?
If you do it the way that it makes it hard. So a lot of people, like, you have to go basically, there's a thick callus on the palm of the hand, so and it's kind of like different for everybody how thick it is, so it's probably like that, and like the base of here, like probably the thickest skin that you would have to go through, and you're not really used to it. So like the first time I did it, it was actually kind of making me like nauseous to do it, and it was like so painful for the guy, you know. So they made it a little tricky. But then we ended up doing both of his palms. You know, I think the first time I did the first one, I saw what stayed and what didn't stay, and realized what I had to do going forward. And I had to really like hit him hard, you know, and like basically like you almost have to like slice like through that callous. It's very tricky because like you're trained to do no damage and be minimally invasive. So like,
I'm getting food from the taqueria. Do you want anything?
I'm good on that. No, thank you. Yeah. Yeah, then eventually we ended up tattooing, you know, both of the palms of his whole hands, and
Wow.
I got used to it. It was just the first time that it was kind
Yeah,
of a
'cause
shock
it's so different,
for,
yeah.
for both of us. You know, it was super painful for him and super challenging for me. And you know, a lot of the stuff that I do can be like really high detail and very tedious,
Yeah.
which you could consider difficult, but it's kind of like I get into it. It's kind of just like my thing, you know. So I don't really look at it as difficult. It's just like it's tedious,
Yeah.
you know.
Just takes time. Coffee.
Huh?
Have some coffee.
No.
You're up late regardless. How was Phil?
Huh?
How was Phil?
How was what?
Phil,
Saturday?
where'd you go?
Place in Montclair and then a place in Bloomfield.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Where does he live?
Huh?
Where does he live?
Montclair. No, Caldwell. North Caldwell. I think it's North Caldwell. I don't know. To be honest, I don't know the different Caldwells that well. He lives, look, she's very close to Verona.
All right. So you
So
keep
good.
those covered until tomorrow. If you want to take them off sooner, you can. Just make sure it stays on for at least an hour.
Okay.
It's already been an hour, but you can leave it on until tomorrow if it's comfortable.
Okay.
If it's irritated at any point, definitely take it off. But other than that, you can leave it on until tomorrow.
Thank you.
Make sure when you take it off, make sure that you're ready to wash it. When you wash it, recommend using soap that has no dyes or perfumes, such as Dove-sensitive skin.
Okay.
Wash it really good, and then just let it air dry for a few minutes, and then apply a moisturizer. I usually recommend Cure-All Ultra Healing
Which one?
lotion. The Cure-All Ultra Healing lotion. I think that one that I have right there.
Okay.
That's what I usually like to use.
What do they like? That's a
Pretty
Target.
much any store usually has it, like any pharmacy, grocery store.
And then on that one?
Yeah.
What?
Just remember that Cure-All.
Okay.
Right, and that's my personal preference. The most important thing is that there's no dyes or perfumes.
Okay.
And just rub it in really good, and then just wipe off the excess. You have a nice thin coat. You're gonna want to wash it once in the morning, once at night, and moisturize it as needed. throughout the day. Could be different from day to day, how many times you need to moisturize it. Just make sure it doesn't get dried out. If it feels tight and stingy, that's usually an indication it's getting dry.
Okay.
Obviously, if you have it like covered with clothing or something, it'll absorb the moisture quicker. So just be receptive to it. But if it looks dry or feels dry, you get some moisturizer on it. Always make sure your hands are clean, moisturized, and then just wipe away the excess. So it's just a nice thin coat, and you're not suffocating it. And if it gets dirty throughout the course of the day, you can wash it additionally, but if not, then you don't need to. Don't soak it in water for an extended period of time until it's done healing, usually between 1 to 2 weeks. Once it's not healing anymore and there's no scabbing and it just feels like smooth skin, then you're fine to soak it in water. Until then, you don't want to soak it. Try not to put it in real hot water. You'll feel that. Warm water is fine. And avoid direct sun contact with glue, especially for 2 full months. Make sure you don't let the sun hit it directly. If you're going to be in the sun, wear a wristband or something like that, just to keep it covered, or just keep it in shadow. With black, I usually say a month, but with glue, with color, 2 months is better. Basically, you're getting most of your UV protection from that outer layer of skin that we just went through is going to peel off and then grow back over again. And until that outer layer of skin is there, you have no UV protection. So just be aware of that. And other than that, do you have any questions? And okay, you want to talk about your cover and when you might want to do it and how you want to proceed with that?
Yeah, I'd love to hear it. Yeah.
Okay. When are you thinking about starting work on it?
So I do get into my busy kind of schedule with work up there. So I'm traveling. I have a trip September and I have a trip in October and I'm moving. So I don't know how long will something like this take.
Well, part of it's going to depend on how much time you want to do at a time.
Okay.
Right? Like, if you're gonna do 2 hours on it versus like.
Well, how long do you what's the total time of something like this?
Well, I don't really know yet because I haven't really designed it yet.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of factors to kind of still hash through before I know that.
Yeah.
Depending on how much detail you go for, could take longer.
Sure.
If you go lower detail, then it's faster.
Yeah.
The main thing too, though, with cover-ups, I try not to ever put like a time expectation on it.
Yeah, sure.
Because part of achieving the cover-up sometimes it can be resistant, and sometimes there might be parts of it that you have to go over multiple times through the process.
Yeah.
And the only way to really know is by doing it, letting it heal, seeing how much of it worked and how much it needs to be gone over again, and proceeding in that way. Sometimes, like obviously if you're going to cover it with straight black, it's going to cover a lot easier, but maybe that's, there's probably going to be like color flowing through there or something like that. I think like if we want to like try to make it as quick as possible, I'll try to use as much black down there as possible. But that's always like the shortest thing to cover, because when it comes to all the colors and you're covering black, like depending on the person's skin, you don't really know how much of it is going to show back through once it heals. So when it comes to cover-ups, I try not to have too much of an expectation.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
In terms of time, and my ballpark get better with the exclusion, with the exception of the cover-up aspect of it, better once we have a design down.
Yeah, so I would say realistically, I'm traveling early September, and that just wouldn't be feasible for me. So I could probably start the third week of September, maybe a month from now, and we can do it over however long, it doesn't matter. And then I'm not traveling again until October. And I don't know the date in October. These are just work trips, not personal.
Right.
But yeah, we can. Definitely look to put something together. But then I'd love to kind of see it and kind of and listen. I was like, it's cost. I have to.
Well, basically, it's hourly.
Okay.
start something like that, you know, it's a pretty decent sized piece, you know, the whole shoulder.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're gonna have like basically like the underwater part, the turtle, and then the sky area with seagulls. I think that's gonna be really pretty. That's it. One of the questions I would ask about that. Let me get some information actually.
Okay.
Information. So yeah, if you want, what you do is basically like I don't know like how long you're able to sit for at a time too. Like
Yeah, I've
some,
never done like an interview tattoo before.
Yeah.
Like, I have kind of boring.
Yeah. Like some people do like a whole day
Oh, wow.
and like, you know, sit for 6 hours
Okay.
and, you know, get, you know, maximize the amount of time in a day. Some
Yeah.
people can't do that whether, you know, for one reason or another.
Yeah.
I usually say like for something like that, it's good to start with at least 3 or 4 hours because the first session there's going to be a chunk of that time that's going to be setting up the design and making sure like, you know, we do our spend the time to set everything up, to set our, it's like setting the foundation for the house, you know, or we want to make sure that it's got a solid foundation and that's going to make the whole rest of the job go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like I usually will, the first session, I'll usually dedicate like half of that time towards the design process, and half of that time towards pretty much capturing whatever we design, you know? So,
Yeah. All right. So let me do this. Maybe I can like kind of go about this because I do have like let me give this specifically some thought. Okay. And then I also have like 2 other things that I was kind of thinking unrelated to this.
right.
So let me kind of just like give it some thought and maybe think about the order to go in.
Okay.
And then doing the stages with you, if that's cool.
Yeah, for sure.
Does that work?
Yeah. Alright. And whenever you're ready with that, you know, you can just like basically leave a deposit, schedule an appointment,
Yeah.
and then we can work out a sketch date. Whenever possible, it's nice to review the sketch in advance.
So I want to do something.
But what we can do is say that
I want to do something like I want to obviously kind of customize the idea or something like this.
Okay.
I'd like to do it with different birthdays of my kids and other things, but kind of like fool around with something similar to this.
Okay.
Not too crazy. And then I like this.
Now the yellow is.
So I'm not sold on the colors.
Oh, okay.
Just the concept of it.
Okay.
I mean, I'd actually like to do.
I would just say like yellow is one of those things where if you don't have yellow on you, some people state as well. Some people, their skin absorbs it really fast, especially like there's a lot of yellow pigment in the skin.
Sure.
So for some people, it just shows like super bright, and then for some people, it just disappears.
Okay.
Like for myself, all my yellow disappears.
Okay.
No matter what ink I use, like, it eventually just goes away.
Okay. So I was thinking about doing colors related to their zodiac. So
Oh, cool.
So that's kind of what my thought a little bit was,
Gotcha.
but just it would be something similar to this.
So what do you think about doing that?
I don't know. I just saw this and I liked it, and then I kind of like just different important dates in my life, and kind of like think about how it doesn't even have to be hearts.
Okay.
It's something else. Like I don't know, but I just like the concept of that, and I like. I don't like this font. But I love this quote. Die with memories, not dreams.
Oh, okay. And you like that sort of placement?
I
I mean, there's thousands of fonts, so you can totally find a font that works for you.
I don't think I would do it there. I'd actually, that's another one I'm kind of.
Or you're saying you don't want too much on
Yeah.
below the t-shirt line.
Yeah.
So
So I don't know.
I don't know what space you have.
I was thinking something here.
That could work, yeah.
You know.
So part of the thing is, especially with anything, but especially when it comes to like writing and stuff, is to sort of figure out what is the intention. Like, because there's some things that maybe is more of a reminder to you that you want to be able to read. Some things maybe it's more of a statement that you want other people to be able to read, and different places are more conducive to one or the other. So I usually try to figure out like what's more important, that you can read it or that because sometimes like like here's a good place because you can read it, you can show others, but it's a good place for something that you don't necessarily want other people to see unless you show them.
Yeah.
Right? Whereas if you were to put it somewhere on outside, it's something that you want to be constantly visible.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So I just think it's the other thing I like.
Obviously, if you put something like on your chest,
Yeah.
you can't read it because it's upside down to you and it's
Right.
backwards in a mirror.
Yeah,
You know what it says, but
That's
that's more of something that's there for other people to read, right?
Yeah, I was thinking maybe.
Definitely on the back for other people to read.
I was thinking maybe above and below or something. I don't know. So I feel around. Those are a couple things that I.
Which you can do that too.
Yeah. So I'm kind of.
And it doesn't have to follow that theory. That's just usually what I.
Yeah, no,
the
that's
first thing I think
actually, I do
thinking about.
Here. Actually, I kind of like that. So. All right, so that's kind of where I'm at now with things. And then maybe we can figure out if go in order or somehow. That's cool. So I have your card.
Awesome.
That's one thing, and then you'll just reach out directly to you.
Yeah, you can either well basically I would say reach out to them and schedule an appointment and shoot me an email or I'll get an email I guess. Yeah, that's got my email on it. So basically if you want to schedule, then reach out to them. If you have questions, just reach out to them. And I would say the best way to go about it is okay, schedule and let me know what you want to do. If it's something that we're going to just design the day of, that's one thing. But if it's something where we want to go over the design in advance, we can do that too. Right? You got it. My pleasure. Yeah, I'll bring you up there.